Let's look at that Ncuti Gatwa interview, right? I really want to get to everything on the thumbnail tonight, right? That's really going to happen. Alien superstar. Fine. In his first ever interview, Ncuti Gatwa tells Benjamin Cook. Oh, 1 second. Let me see if I can find the stuff about Benjamin Cook. Benjamin Cook has been being characteristically Benjamin Cook, right? Which a bit of a dick. What can I tell you? Where is this? Oh, fine. So here, I'm just going to reply to this. I just hope I just found out the Saturday stream will be happening. Fine, just that one person. But where's the thing about here it is. He's such a dick. He's such an incredible dick. It's beyond belief. But doink. So, famous douchebag, Benjamin Cook, right? Lives to call people wrong. Like, hey, me and Benjamin Cook, we fell out a little bit because he was raging like, how can any woman protest a trans woman being in their space? Oh, how can they do it? So I commented, some women aren't comfortable with there being penises in a female-only space, right? Even if those penises are female, right? Just go. And so, but he loves telling people they're wrong, and he hates being shown wrong, right? It's shown to be wrong. It's like that. It's just, he's such an incredible dick. I'm so glad he did a shit job editing the Daleks. Which was like for me, it was unwatchable. I'm so glad I didn't pre-order any of this stuff. Benjamin Cook bravely stops the spread of misinformation by making sure Christina Rotondo doesn't feel too good about achievements after the Goblin song reaches number 12 in the UK Top 40 chart instead of the UK Top 40 chart, which is clearly a different thing, right? So I think it really was quite an achievement that it reached. They got it to number. They got it charting, right? I think that's a real achievement. What's he say here? We crazy ass moments of Doctor Who goes on to say, we here at Crazy Ass Moments of Doctor Who history would like to take this moment to show our respects for this hero cop who as anyone who watches the Daleks, I think what if this was worse, is clearly a genius and a visionary. They don't like Benjamin Cook. He gets up a lot of people's noses, right? So, yeah, look, I mean, so Benjamin Cook got so pissed off with me, right? He went and grabbed videos of me, like, screaming about something. He said, oh, look at this, you're nearly 50. I said, no, I'm, and this is what you did there. So then I replied, and he freaked out. I said, Benjamin, you're nearly 40. You're still doing exactly what you did when you were 20. It was cool when you're 20 to live in Camden and not be married and not have any kids. When you're nearly 40, it's sad and pathetic. You know, you've achieved so much less with your life than people with a lot less of your privilege, right? He freaked out because it was true. So this person, Christina, says, number 12 in the UK top 40 isn't half bad achievement to add to my CV. Well, good for you. I'm glad you feel good about yourself. I don't think it was all you, but good. Anyway, Benjamin Cook has to take a shit on her, right? That's not the UK top 40. That's just the sales chart. Oh, that. Who gives a shit? Here's the top 40. I know it's the sales chart top 40. Right. Which isn't the same as the UK top 40. So this is incorrect! And I am Benjamin Cook, and I validated myself. Now let me go and masturbate to me, because I'm so wonderful. He's really weird. This is a really weird thing to get upset about. I didn't lie. I simply thought that he'd make the top 40 was a collective, and then make out that as if I'm lying about something that I was excited about. Doesn't make you seem very kind. No, you're a massive dick, Benjamin. Right? A massive dick who, again, not married, doesn't have any steady companion, doesn't have any steady relationship, doesn't have any children, in his 40s. What a waste. What an absolute waste of a life this person is. And again, very talented, very good interviewer. Had lots and lots of opportunities, done nothing with their life. Right? They edited the Daleks badly. The charts are baffling. I miss the days when there was one top 40 and that was it. Apologies for correcting your honest error, but I had to correct you because we needed to be correct. You're doubling down on it. I know it's the sales of it. Was a bit gaslighting. You are so... I mean, Ken, you're nearly fucking 40, you fucking loser. What? I mean, I know you are in your 40s. What a fucking loser. I just want a loser. But number 12 in sales is an amazing achievement. I mean, like, fuck me. How does an arsehole apologize much like that? So he's interviewing Ncuti Gatwa. With that interview, with that build-up, right? In his first ever Doctor Who magazine interview, Ncuti Gatwa tells Benjamin Cook about fan love, tripping the light fantastic, and why his doctor isn't afraid to show his vulnerable side. I felt like an alien my whole life. He can... I've always felt different, so now I'm just going to pretend my weird... Yeah, listen, if you go around dressed like a fucking gooseberry, which you wear the weirdest shit, right? And like, you're super gay wherever you go, you people are going to go, oh, that's a bit weird, mate. Oh, why won't you accept me? Why don't you accept what you're doing? It's a bit weird. February 23, I'm in a nightclub in Cardiff that's since shut down. It has the name Trojan or Hex or Prism, one of those that sound very 1990s Glad as a Star, 2000s Big Finish companion. They're the sort of a place where Paul Chuckle and Joel from the Geordie Shore would regularly hit the decks, where 3 red VKs are... Oh, fuck me. Can we get Ncuti Gatwa, please? Fucking hell. Right, so this must be the club scene. I met Ncuti Gatwa a few months later upstairs in Cardiff's Hall studio, in a room adorned with paintings of spaceships and robots and unspeakable things that's happening in the unit HQ. Fine, so this must be he was there watching them do the dance scene, right? So meets him again. It's also, there's no other way of saying this. It was incredibly, something is incredibly sexy. The Doctor has never felt more joyously, triumphantly alive. It's about a lust for life. It's irresistible. Fine, so they're saying that's very sexy. Again, I'm not really comfortable with that being sexy, frankly. Right? That's not something that really sells it to me, I'm afraid. Right? Whoa, Ncuti grins in a wide, warm, doctorish grin that you better get used to. Sexy has never been a word that I've used for my doctor. Good, right? It's not the first word I would use to describe me, he laughs. I think, actually, no, I don't think. His eyes widen. I don't mind being described as sexy. Really? Oh, good. I'm glad you get over it. He glares as a bigger chuckle. You know, I wouldn't use it to describe myself, but if other people want to call me sexy, then who am I to argue? Oh, yeah. Maybe you're like, not vain. Maybe you're not entirely... I mean, Ken, he's a freaking clothes horse, right? He's a model. What do you expect? They are insanely vain. But also, he says, leaning in, I've just worked with Ryan Gosling on the Barbie. Now, that is a man. I think everybody would describe him as sexy. Not straight people. I think it comes from the fact that he's so himself. He's never struck me as being sexy. Right? He's so not afraid to look stupid or be vulnerable or really emotionally touching or caring. He's not afraid to cut the crap and have a real conversation. No wonder he's a fan of this show. Okay. Listen, I like him in most things I see him in, right? But I've never like, oh, Ryan Gosling, that's it. I mean, I guess he is sexy. Like, what's his name? Henry Cavill strikes as being sexy, right? Tom Hiddleston strikes as being sexy. I never really thought of Ryan Gosling. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I can't say I like most of his movies. I've never got hard on from them. I don't know what to tell you. Fly to a shirt, blah 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 blah. So the coolest show in the world, Ncuti Gatwa has a theory. No wonder he's a fan, because the Doctor is him. He'll be a great Doctor. There's something about the Doctor that doesn't care what anyone thinks. When you're old, Ryan Gosling isn't old, but the Doctor is very old. What? So you don't care about people judging you. Okay. There's something I've always liked about the Doctor. I'm going to wear whatever I want. I'm going to say whatever I want. And I'm intelligent. And I lived life. Therefore, I'm just going to exist. And just existing. Well, that's not true. Doctor doesn't do just what he wants. He wants to be a very moral person. Right? But you act like the choice to be moral is an easy one. Often it's not. Which I think that's one of the great things about Doctor. Also, I'm somebody who likes to, I'm very in my body. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're very much you're in your body and into your body. I used to like my body. I like to dance. I like to be free, as seen in British Vogue. Fine. Yeah, keep your clothes on. So let's just say Doctor was getting sexy. Yeah, he whipped his clothes off for that. So I guess an elements of sexy Doctor. I think that someone that has abandoned and someone who just lives in the moment is so sexy. When someone is themselves and comfortable with themselves. I mean, I hear what they're saying, but it can be construed to be meaning very different things. It's powerfully sexy, but why is everything going to be equated to sex? That's what I'm trying to do with the Doctor. Those are elements that I'm trying to tap into. They've lived it all. Fierce, intelligent, care about everyone, and throw your ingredients into the pot, mix around, and the Doctor comes out dancing. Again, I don't know if it can work. I don't know. I'm open-minded to it because the clips I've seen he's been convincing as the Doctor, right? Something I would never say about Jodie. And also, the clips I've seen have more energy than the David Tennant stuff, the Tennant and Tate specials. They just didn't. They didn't have energy to them, right? This stuff seems to, but we'll see. Again, if it's going to be relentlessly woke, I'm not. I don't think it's going to help it out much. Fine. So we saw her in the giggle as Predator David Tennant's Swan Song episode. You've only seen regeneration stories before. You've seen, you know the drill. By the end of the giggle, shoot. Well, not really. Fine. You know how TV works. Sometimes schedules don't align, so we're going. Our outgoing and incoming Doctors don't meet on set. When Tennant took over from Eccleston in 2005, they filmed their halves hand over different days. Well, yeah, because he quit, didn't he? Whittaker 13, yeah, where they didn't know who's coming in. 7 months apart. So Ncuti takes the reign. They filmed that scene together. Well, they had to. I mean, that was the whole point of it, having them in together. Rusty was also present. Of course I was, he says. As if I've made that a proper moment in history. You generally feel that when we all went to Wall Studios that day, buzzing with excitement. It's a great moment. For Ncuti, the first day of 21st June 2022, filming the 15th Doctor, fledgling step. Well, we actually don't know who's the 15th Doctor, right? They bi-generated, so that means David Tennant could regenerate into another 30 people before he gets to Ncuti Gatwa. All right, I don't know what to tell you. It's all doing my head in. Feels for a long time ago since he shot this. Since then, he shot this year's Christmas special and 8-part series for next year. At the time of writing, the 24th Christmas episode. By the time you read this, he'll have started work on the 2025 season or 2. Of course, Ncuti's back for a second run. And the first day, a distant memory. It does feel like a lifetime ago now. It's been quite a lifetime for Doctor Who. Well, again, that's the other thing. The gestation period between creating Doctor Who and it being on screen was too long. culture had changed majorly from 2022 to 2023. Majorly. Bud Light changed everything. It's been quite like from the beginning cast. Millie Gibson, first episode together, to then a year later that the show's coming out. I find the Millie Gibson Ncuti Gatwa relationship to be classic Doctor Who. It's already been, 2 years and it's still not out. Yeah, it's too long. That's really the problem. It was just too long. Said nobody to me ever. So there's all 48 hours on the Giving Out special. Yeah, he's nervous, really, 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 really nervous. I've got a very good game face, but actually, look, you should be more worried about Christmas, right? You got to seem very confident or seem very calm. I'm like, that's not how I feel inside. Well, yeah, that's just basic, how to win, right? What was he thinking when he arrived on set? Well, it's like, slow down, take it in, one step at a time. And it was going through my head. And honestly, I don't like the new TARDIS set. It's too big. And the console's too big. It's all too big. Right? It's just like pointlessly big, frankly. But one foot in front, there's David Tennant. Okay, by God, 1 foot in front of the other, and we're getting closer to the cameras turning over, 1 foot in front of the other. Explodes with laughter. If you lean into into the reality of the situation, you don't have any steady nerve, you could go mad. Okay, that's what I'd look forward to, because it's so huge. It's a huge what's happening in that moment. I was like, I'm about to be the Doctor on Doctor Who. This is a lot. Well, I guess that's true, right? 1 foot in front of the other. Okay, look. He was okay in the giggle. He just played a little bit too gay. Like he wanted to tongue kiss David Tennant. I don't want to think the Doctor's thinking about tongue kissing himself, right? It's just, or even kissing himself, right? I don't know. I mean, tongue being involved is a much bigger deal. But yeah, which is what he looked like, okay? Usually at the end of the regeneration, a fresh-faced Doctor is blinking a light. A brand new lifetime only has about 45 seconds. If that, to make a mark on a credit. Well, no, he had about a full third of the episode, isn't it? Was it the parting of? Oh, where was it? 20 seconds maker with new teeth. That's weird. So the at the climax of 2005, Pardon Weed. That's brilliant. Jodie Whittaker's got the longest positive luxurious 85 seconds. Oh boy, that was awful. Leave us alone. Twice Upon a Time. So yeah, he's in it for like 20 minutes. Not when. What's the question? So, as the writer of was the writer of Shooter's all important first scene feeling any pressure too? So this must be Rusty Davis. Not when you cast somebody as something is good. Okay, fine. I heard a lot of Russell, right? Although this time it's a great consolation knowing that you'll see him in just 16 days later. Is it only that long? Okay. We got a Christmas Day episode on the way. The arrival of Millie Gibson as Ruby, so you won't have to wait long. The man is here. The script is done. Done and proud. He's been amazing. It's been amazing run for David. Boring. I guarantee that shooting scripts are as good. Well, God, I hope they're better. I know how brilliant he is and how much everybody will love him. I absolutely know. Well, look. You've absolutely known a bunch of stuff that you've had your ass handed to you, Russell, so far. Benjamin would say he's a staggeringly good Doctor. Oh, fuck off, Ben. I don't care about what you think about anything, frankly. I find you an annoying little cockwomble, right? I don't trust you about literally anything whatsoever. And here's another bit remarkable thing. Spending time with episode, watching him as a Doctor and talking with him, I don't think you realize how good he is. Okay, stop telling me he'll be good, okay? I'm waiting to see it for myself. So he said, okay, fine. Okay, can we stop wanking off Ncuti fucking Gatwa and actually get to some questions? Oh, Ncuti, you're so good. Can you cover my face? Oh, Oh, the consistency is so thick and nice. Thank you, Shooty. Fine. So many things can be true at once. What's it? Where is it? Such huge legacy, honor to work on. I'm only one person in a line of many people, too many people. It's going to be many people after me as well. Well, let's see how that goes. The greatness of what the show is, you got to uphold that. So I worry that I'm if I'm doing that or not. Well, okay, well, that's what Jodie said too, right? She was lying, or too stupid to think that she was. So I don't really feel like I've nailed it yet, to be fair, but I do feel like the Doctor. Many things can be true at once. Well, I would say that ambiguity is something very, very Doctor Who. Does it help when fans like me who've been lucky enough to see him in action or said no? Okay, stop it! Just stop! Oh God! Shooty, you're so good. Let me suck you off. Fuck me. So when did it feel like the role is mine? He says. I think probably a couple of months in. I was filming the Regency episode 6 set in the 1810, starring Jeffrey Goth as a mysterious and exciting new character. I was like, okay. I feel the world. I feel this is my world now. Well, that again. I mean, that was the only drawback of watching The Unquiet Dead today, was that Eccleston hadn't found his feet yet. It was really around Dr. Dancers, right? And what's the word? What's the other one? That one? Man, I can't remember the name of the first part of that. The Empty Child. Oh, thank you. That he really got and you could see the difference in performance, right? So yeah, I don't think we're going to get a real handle on him till we see his full season. That was pretty much true of Tom Baker, quite frankly. Although Tom Baker, three stories in. Anyway, he had Robot, Ark in Space, Sontaran Experiment, Genesis of the Daleks, and Revenge. By the time he got Revenge of the Cyberman, he was the Doctor. Robot, I think Ark in Space is where he became the Doctor. By that point, right? So maybe the gestation's a little bit longer now. So he started this all while doing another job. So fine, where is it up to? I was like, okay, I feel like there's no way else. Sometimes you do something outside of the actors coming in and they defer to you. What's the lay of the land here? I'm like, well, the lay of the land are like this and this, and now, all right, I'm doctoring. Fine. So it's like that's when he felt he was doing a 9 to 5. Like he felt normal going into work doing that. Also for me, I saw on Doctor Who still doing another. Yeah, fine. Aren't you clever? Did that? Now I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah. What's this? Yeah. Is this it? Fine. Shooty shared news of the 6-8 exit via Instagram. I don't care. I flipping deserve to be here. I'm going to prove to you why I do. Well, that's good. Prove it to me. Right? Yeah. I don't, your biggest fear is people saying that you're a diversity casting. Prove everybody wrong. I'll be ecstatic if you do that. Right? That would be great. It was a weird start to Shooty, juggling both jobs because I don't care. But you don't constantly learn. Because I'm still adjusting to the suit of the Doctor, like not perfectly yet. Okay, fine. But also in this world, you can do your best, and it still won't be good enough for everyone. He pauses. I'm the first Doctor of Color. Really? Fully? No, nobody mentioned that before. Obviously, shout out to Incredible Joe Martin. Fuck off. I mean, like what? I was a Doctor for 10 minutes, and it made no sense. I think she was. Was it Trevor Martin from the 7 Keys to Tuesday is more the Doctor than Joe Martin, quite frankly. The first Doctor of Color in 4 episodes, opposite Jodie Whittaker, who smashed the glass ceiling in 2017. No, she smashed the glass bottom boat and they sank. These are like the two doctors that have been different from the others. Yeah, shit and shitter. And have broken ground for me to come in. No, you didn't know. That's not true. Both incredible people. Again, there's no taboo with there being a black doctor. I know a lot of people don't like the idea. They feel that doctors have been Caucasian for 6 years. That kind of sets up his skin color. For me, I don't feel that way. I don't feel anybody who thinks that way is intrinsically racist. It seems to be a valid opinion. You're not good enough because X, Y, and Z reasons. No, it's how you play it. Everything is the proof is in the pudding, right? So again, Russell Davis' work, right? How good it was. That's the bottom line, and it wasn't good enough. And that's why I don't think things went as well as they thought. Perhaps I put an unhealthy layer of pressure on myself that I might not need to be there because people are going to think whatever people are going to think. But inside me, I want to prove them wrong. Good! I want to flipping deserves to be there. Yeah, me too. I want to prove to you why I do, right? So that's good news, right? And I just hope you have the ability to do that. I really do. And so until I know that I've done a great job by me, I don't know whether I'll be content. That's all this stuff is great, right? Did that answer your question? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it answered it very well. That's an impressive answer. If you're telling the truth, it's an impressive answer. It makes total sense. Never be entirely happy with everything he's done. I bet Benjamin was entirely happy with everything he's done. I might never be. If he's a perfectionist, and that's definitely true. He jumps in. All I know is I know that this role of a this is a role of a lifetime. But actors, well, come back. Role of a lifetime. True of a lifetime. But actors, we're sensitive souls, aren't we? We're giving. Actors are pain in the asses. That's true. Here's how we got here. Fine, I'm not really that interested. It's an honor. He's lovely, properly lovely. He phoned me to convince himself it was real. What? What's going on? Everyone fell in love with him instantly at the audition. It's so compelling. Wow, what an audition. Now, imagine him with the Goblin King on Lindy Pepperdine. Okay, part that, but intriguing. When he found out that he got the part, Ncuti was in shock. He phoned me to convince himself it was real. He remembers Russell. He was so excited. He was roaring. He was yelling. I think he was spinning around the room. It's an honor. Oh my God, he's lovely. He's just a proper lovely. Okay, I'm sure you like each other, right? I have never thought that you aren't friendly with each other. Fine. It's been tricky keeping under wraps because they got a very big mouth. Ncuti told Liz Mazimba, who can't tell the truth about ratings, apparently. The BBC's entertainment correspondent. We've done it. We did it. It feels an amazing job, a true honor. The role is an institution. Again, I just don't see how people. Honestly, I don't see people going, "Oh no, a black person on TV." No. And we could get bored with there being like only black people on TV, but they're only allowed to play these roles. They aren't allowed to play bad people, for example, right? Oh gosh, no, especially not if they're in a wheelchair. And no black person in a wheelchair can be bad. Oh, such stupidity. It was really extraordinary. Blah blah blah. Russell, shut up. I felt it in my stomach when I heard the Doctor Who news. Vic told Ncuti and Russell. Who's Vic? What? And it's local TV radio. Vic. Okay, who cares? It's been so emotional today. I woke up crying and I started dancing, and I'm glad it's finally out and I don't have to keep a secret anymore. I can actually believe somebody doing that when they're on their own, right? I can totally believe somebody doing that. So look, he does sound like he wants to do a good job. And he does sound like he wants to I don't know, but they want to do a good job with the specials. But I know he sounds really revved up. If they can keep the identity politics stuff at bay, they might have something good if they can do that. I don't think they can. So it's terrible keeping secret. Terrible. Yeah. But I remember, honestly, I don't know. Was it? Sat upstairs at Badwell Studios over a year later in a room that was frankly plastered with spoilers. It's 2024 concept art on the walls. It's tantalizing as hell. Ncuti is laughing at memories of that BAFTA announcement day. I'm terrible keeping secret, but yeah. Honestly, I don't know how. Okay, we'll try. I'm staying at a hotel where you did the announcement. Weighs in BBC publicity supremo Joanna Allen, who sat in on our chat to make sure nothing unauthorized went out. This is a hotel where Ncuti did his first Doctor Who photo shoot before heading to the BAFTAs. I still get flashbacks. I was thinking, what if they hear me through the walls? Well, that's very passionate, shall we say. I'm still not saying your name out loud. What? Okay. I guess you got to bite a pillow then. Fine. Okay. Like, honestly, this would not be appropriate if it was a male and female heterosexual stars, right? It would not be appropriate. I know, Chuck Shooty. What a day. Mission Impossible. It really was. We smashed it. Blah, 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 blah. They did. The next morning, Shooter's casting was splashed across the front pages. This is really not interesting me in any way. Where we go. Russell has kept The Guardian, which has a lead photo shooter as showrunner, and they kept the souvenir. Blah, 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 blah. Talk about something. Because I was probably talking about it being a British institution, I've never really taken it on, like the element of color, and then people bring it to your attention and say, like, oh, wow, right. Again, I don't think it should be such a big deal. That's something that's in your head. Okay, I see. And now it's all about... and now it's all I think about. Is it really? Well, no, but before, okay, what, being an institution? Being a person of color doing the institution? I don't know. Again, I think you're making it too big of a deal. Right? I was the actor. I was an actor that went for an audition. I got the job because I was the best person for the part, surely. Well, we all hope so. Right? We all hope so. We're going to find out in 6 days. Right? We're going to find out. Okay. This is the evil, right? The pure, unrelented evil that is, what's the name? Casting by identity casting, right? Box ticking. Because this seems like a perfectly lovely chap. Why should he be wondering if he's like just got where he is because he happened to have the right skin color at the right time? So yeah, Lenny Henry told Ray James last May indeed that the scale and reach of the show has taken Shooter's breath away, particularly when the kids recognize him in the street. You know, I was at the Nottingham Carnival, and the amount of people were coming up to me and said, "Oh God, I can't believe that you got that role, not just any role." That okay, fine, it's like James Bond, I guess. Fine, it's okay. This is getting kind of like repetitive and boring. Oh no, come back. Fine. So he's happy he got the role. He came in and started on about Chris and David's years like he knew them. Chris and David? You mean Christopher Eccleston? And David Tennant? Maybe. Not a die-hard fan, but a faithful viewer. Then, oh yeah, I thought I was going to say Chris Chibnall, right? What, really? Since then, Ncuti has gone further back, watching snippets of the 20th Century Snow show. He starts naming doctors as his approved. William Hartnell, Patrick Chatter, John Pertwee. Oh my God, the first three. The third Doctor became a third favorite, sartorically at least. I know what you're going to say. He cuts in. That John Pertwee quote from Rolling Stone. Yeah, I knew you would ask me about that. Yeah, when he said that John Pertwee was a slut. I don't think he meant it the way that people took it. right? I really don't. Although again, I just wish you could cut down on the relentless sexuality. Like, just enough, right? I don't know if it's repeatable. Let's navigate this together. In July 23, the cover of Star Rolling Rocking quoted the devil in a martini suit. That he set Fathom alight inside the mag 2 when he told publication, I love John Pertwee's outfit, lovely velvet jacket, frilly shirt. I feel connected to him. Our doctors are the only two who dress like sluts, I think we were going to say. It rhymes with klutz. Okay. I don't think it's a big deal. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the end. No, I really don't. Right? I really genuinely don't. The man knew how to dress, Ncuti tells me one day, still beaming John Pertwee. Those shirts that he not many people can pull off a frilly shirt and a velvet jacket. It's basically Jimi Hendrix and John Pertwee, right? They're the two. It was a lot screen of Photoshopped image he found online. Piece of fan art by Doctor Who Time Team member Giorgio Boy. Is that one of the people who were caught as being a sex pest? Do you remember Benjamin Cook? He ended his association with Doctor Who magazine for quite some time when he set up the new Time Team to be so diverse, and they ended up having like multiple sexual scandals go on during that time, right? He's wearing Pertwee's doctor wearing both bright yellow jackets. Let's call it Bessie yellow. Well, I like that. He knows what he's talking about there. Screenshot of the phone Instagram is beyond listening to Alien Superstar on repeat since 7 a.m. Pertwee's wallpaper with glory visible. He's gone native. He's gone deep. Well, listen, I think if you're using Pertwee as a jumping off point, you can't be wrong. What's the three dogs? And tradition sort of stretching back to where Matt Smith inherited the role from David Tennant, maybe earlier. There, when a new Doctor cast, they get a call from the predecessors. I don't care. I don't care what Jodie has to say about Icky Thump. Some people get angry when you don't play him like he's a real person. Oh, Icky Thump. But, he can't be a real person because he's got a little magic wand, a sonic wandy thing. He's gone native. He's gone deep. Russell told me at the time, presumably reference to the Tzvi Gatwa collection collage. So that's Shooting Beyonce's binge. Fine. That's it. Fine. We got an interesting detail out. Shooting regularly shares his favorites with his followers. Whovians, a very, very talented bunch of my latest session post on Instagram. Love seeing your artwork, but that is a good forum for him, right? Because it's a good forum for him to interact with fans. Instagram, I find generally less catty place than Twitter. Well, I like Twitter though. I don't like Instagram at all, but I find it less catty than Twitter. This man gets what it means to be a fan. I really do. He replies, I get it. I believe that Henry Cavill. We'll find out, right? When Queen Bee bought her Renaissance World Tour, fine. So they talking about Beyonce again. Oh God! Enough about Beyonce. Fine, leave me alone. As part of the Terminally Online generation, whether that means Ncuti is the first current Doctor will leave with an Instagram account. Okay, that's not really cutting edge. I see some of it. Social media, instant gratification. It's not a great thing for humanity. Well, we agree there. I don't feel like social media has trained us to, I feel like social media has trained us to be entitled. It has. One negative comment will stick in your mind, like in Hyperfocus. Over hundreds and hundreds of positive ones. But that's just the world we live in at the moment. It's a world that your ilk created, I'm afraid, mate, right? Of totalitarianism. Was it the cat? Hello, cat. Are you going to come in? Come here. Come and say hello. Maybe we'll pad in a minute. We'll find out. Where are we up to? There's so much noise. Everyone is full of hatred, not Whovians, he added quickly, but so many people, and social media amplifies that. Well, I find a lot of social media people, Whovians, are full of hatred too, right? They just wrap it up and sanctimoniate and feel like they're not cunts, but when they in fact really are. Maybe the world needs Doctor Who more than ever right now. Well, they do, really, but I hope it's going to be Doctor Who, not like some preach fest, which it sounds like it might be. What are we up to? Is it too much of us, like a life-loving, joy-seeking, very humane heroes to save us? Well, again, if that's what it is, it sounds great. All right? I really hope so. An alien doctor who's unafraid to show their vulnerable human side. Well, I got two hearts. They've got two hearts. They're full of emotion and full of passion and full of like people's lament, full of like the heart's laments. An aspect I love about the Doctor so much is how much they see the value in everything and everyone. Again, this is what Jodie said while being a hateful cunt to anybody who didn't agree with her. It's like slugs might be a pest for the garden, but here they go. I always love that, right? How he didn't want to destroy what's his name again? Invisible energy giant prawn thing, right? Go until he wanted to become, big and take over the world, take over the universe. Bees might sting you, but if all the bees go, they are okay. We all agree with this. Everything has its place in the universe. Everything is perfectly put there. I just love that person can see the light and darkness and everything. And where are we up to? And the necessity of both. It's really beautiful. He's an empath at the highest degree, vibrance. Again, all this stuff is great if you actually deliver it and not go, oh, Tory voters, Brexit voters, they're all cunts, right? As long as you don't do that, anybody who thinks that a person with a penis isn't a woman is evil. No, don't do that. When talking about his doctor, Ncuti will switch between pronouns like this. Sometimes the doctor is a he, the other times they are a they. It's lovely. It's not lovely. Fucking awful. It's retarded, right? And it requires a huge heart. So you have a huge amounts of empathy and strength to be the doctor. But why shouldn't my doctor show their vulnerable side? It's fine showing a vulnerable side. But, like, stop pretending that gender's flexible. Probably a story from his childhood. I remember being wee and watching Titanic with my mum and my brother and my sister. And it was a bit where everybody started dying. My mum started crying, me and my brother. And it's just like, oh, God, calm down. It's a film. And then she's like, it's just so sad. But we were kids. We were somehow, those people experienced death. All that kind of craziness. It came out the other side. It's because of her strength that she'd been so moved that so she would understand what these people on Titanic are going through than me and my brother and sisters. There's a strength in emotion because there's an understanding. Oh, that's an interesting take. I wouldn't disagree with that, right? I wouldn't disagree. Yeah, like the doctor is so emotionally invested because he understands what the reality of things. Again, if they deliver on this goal, I mean, like, Jodie never got so intricate, right? She never got so in depth because she couldn't. Like, clearly, Ncuti's smarter because their understanding and the people's experience, their lived experience. Yeah, lived experience. And who's lived more than the doctor? They traveled all the time and space. They've seen it all. They feel, and so they feel it all. And it's still going to be so much. And you know you're going to be all right. But then also, you know, the pain is valid. And you can be a crybaby and tough. I don't know. It sounds like it could go either way. It sounds like it could be awful. It could be good. Right? Since the show's 2005 revival, the Doctor has been the survivor of war, wiped out the people, blah, 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 blah. Timeless Child, fuck off. Never going to happen again. You're never going to hear from Timeless Child again. The Doctor is last of a kind, one of the last of their kind, and has never fit in anywhere. I really relate to that. I think he fit into Time Lord Society. So born in Rwanda, blah, blah, blah. I wonder where he is on the Rwanda plan. God, that was a dud. By the way, I never knew this was like a big, like, the big Doctor Who book of the year, because it looks so nothing. The cover really put me off that, but I probably wouldn't buy it anyway. So the family, Rwanda, blah, 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 flees war, blah, blah, blah. So it's like the Doctor flees war, fits in anywhere, always looking for a new adventure, mostly unavailable. Why are you emotionally unavailable? Like there's been many things that I connected to the Doctor for. Me personally, I think they're just such a lovely character for people that feel marginalized. And fuck off! Everybody feels marginalized. Oh, it's so relentlessly annoying. Everybody feels marginalized, darling. No one doesn't feel marginalized, right? Everybody feels marginalized for different reasons, especially if you're more clever than most, right? And how cool is that anyone can put themselves in this character's shoes? They could do before somebody black played him or before a woman played him. They always could do that. All it took was imagination, right? A bit of imagination. That's all it ever took. And I think, this need to people to see themselves reflected on screen is because imagination is dying, because they're not using it enough. Like for me, like many things I just connect to the Doctor. For me personally, I just think a lovely character for people who felt marginalized in society, and how cool that anyone can put themselves in this character's shoes, and it's something about them that's just universal. Anyone who can relate to the Doctor or want to hang out with him. Not sure I would want to hang out with him. So find out. Which Doctors would I want to hang out with? Tom Baker, certainly. John Pertwee, I'll share some claret with him. Patrick Troughton, certainly. William Hartnell, I don't know. Who would have to be like in a naughty mood? Peter Davison, again, would have to be in a naughty mood. Look, I imagine you could have wonderful piss up with Colin Baker's Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. You would hope you weren't going to get sacrificed to some weird multi-dimensional gods to save the universe. Paul McGann, would I like to hang out with him? Yes, I'd like to hang out with his Doctor. Christopher Eccleston, no. Wouldn't mind, but too smart, too grinny. We're not really interested in hanging out with David Tennant's Doctor either, just like bouncing on the place. Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, yes, I would like to hang out with all of them. That's true. Jodie Whittaker, I would rather have a fish shoved up my ass. 19-year-old Ruby Sunday, described in Russell's script as bright, smart, sharp, and full of potential, played by Millie Gibson. Love that little troublemaker. When I asked about Millie, that's what I loved about her, right? I first met Millie at a callback audition on Saturday 24th last year. Russell posted a photo on Instagram to mark the occasion of shooting exec producer Phil Connor and Andy Pryor. God, Andy Pryor. Fuck me, Andy. The wokest man there is Andy Pryor. Oh, so freaking woke. A normal Saturday. The Fibbit, it was the special Sunday. When Millie first came into that audition room was shooting, I just thought, oh, me and you would have gotten so much trouble in school. We would have been in detention every day. We would have been given the teachers hell. That's a good dynamic for a Doctor and companion. That is, if there's that natural chemistry, that bodes well. Again, it's impossible to tell. It really is. This mad scientist that loves adventures and loves getting themselves into scrapes and loves walking into situations where they absolutely have no idea what's going on, but what they're going to fix it. I felt that I needed someone who has the same sort of slightly tapped energy, slightly crazy. So I love the image of Millie, of like two troublemakers, two people that can't help themselves but get in trouble. That I got from Millie Gibson. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's right. That's right. That's there. That does sound fun, right? That does sound fun. We're going to get in trouble together. We're going to be so much fun. I can't wait for the world to meet Ruby this Christmas. I'm pretty intrigued as well. Which brings us back to the nightclub. The scene at the nightclub. Ruby nursing a GNT in the... Oh, I'm there. Come on. Doink, doink, doink. Nursing a GNT. Doctor dancing so viscerally alive. I mean, again, I got to see it before I really can comment on it properly. On some nights, we all see Ruby Sunday full of potential, not quite fulfilling it. Watching other people have all the fun, waiting and hoping that somebody will come along and whisk them away for the adventure of a lifetime. On other nights, another night, just maybe we've all been the Doctor dancing like a maniac. No, never. One thing uniquely you. No, I'm never uniquely me when I'm dancing. Yes, you feel free, says Ncuti. I love that. I agree that there's a captivating thing. What captivates Ruby is that they're all that it was written with stage directions. It wasn't like the Doctor sensually moved. It wasn't like something. It was like the Doctor's dancing blows her away. It was like Ruby looks over and sees a wild man dancing, a man dancing like no one's watching. Have I remembered that sort of thing right? Like the Doctor's ridiculous, full of joy. I mean, that you got that with Matt Smith, especially in his first season finale, when he's like turns up at the wedding, at Amy's wedding, and he's dancing with the kids. I love that, right? That really worked. When I got home, I read the script. Ruby watching the Doctor on Star so months later after he filmed it. Ncuti remembered those directions pretty spot on. A man dancing like crazy in the middle of the floor. There's just something about him. Joy, happiness, life. She smiles. Okay, listen. I'm open-minded. What can I tell you? Even if the Doctor's like, I don't know, doing the Macarena, that is 10 times sexier than somebody being so conscious about how they look and coming across different. I don't need the Doctor to be sexy, right? They're free. Ruby sees that the Doctor is a free spirit, and they're with all the time and all the space at their fingertip. Yeah, so okay, that's pretty sexy. Again, I wish you'd understand that isn't a good thing, right? I really wish you'd understand that isn't a good thing, because it really genuinely isn't, right? It's I think it's corruption, right? I think it's like corruption of innocence, for want of a better word. I really do, right? I really genuinely do, and I don't see any good that will come out of it, right? Yeah. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.